Monday night primetime contest between our visitors and the Atlanta Falcons. Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Allen fires out wide, complete. Down the sideline past the 40. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
70. Ready.
Okay, and the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's the throw. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
First tone of the game for James Cook. Only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Allen on on third down. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Bills get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Joshua Hardy to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Offense in a hurry up here.
60 boxes, 60, let's go, lady.
Second and 8.
70 Lions.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Offense to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
They go play action on first down. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you need more interceptions.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. First down now, ball at the 33.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60.
Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ready.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He's got it in the red zone. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons lower the deficit to a single possession. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Second down now. They need 7. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And that makes it 3rd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We've set it down from 37. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And Allen will hold on to this. There he goes again. And that is a touchdown. The Bills grow their early lead to 13. Josh Allen, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready up.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Gravity line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Buffalo 18.
Shotgun now on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Here's the snap on fourth. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down from the 42.
Alert! 319! Alert!
Now Allen off the play action. He gets this to Harold Fanning Jr. Complete. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Bills have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He has the touchdown. The Bills swell their first quarter by 6. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Trap 60! Trap 60! Come 19! Come 19!
They'll come out throwing. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
Panther 11! Panther 11!
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go! Hot 70! Hot 70! Hot, hot!
Shotgun snap. They give to Robinson. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Offense up to the line fast.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Cardinal, 18
Brings up
Cardinal.
2nd and 2.
Ready?
On second down, Robinson. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
18, Pioneer! Ready?
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's tackled for a short gain. Working quickly here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Come on, come on. Ready,
We'll go with a design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big play is down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Allen setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that takes them to 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
319! 56, 56!
They'll air it out on 3rd. It's completed right side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Regular. 319! 5 wide.
On 1st down, Allen. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Man in motion here.
Stop. Alert!
To throw again, it's Allen. Pass complete to Walker. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
27 yards. And the Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7.
Kick the running back in motion. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Middle.
Allen gonna throw again. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. The Bills boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 14. Joshua Party to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Rolling back gets the handoff. We'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Throwing from the gun here. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Falcons first down.
19.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
60
line.
Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready, right?
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
Gain of 34
Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard
Red
line.
goalie. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Penalty would have made things easier, but they're still just going to try the extra point. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Bills 31. Falcons 21.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
56.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. So he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for a Bills.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
For big yards on the right side. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Bills get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 21. Joshua Party to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
On the jump.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready. 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Viking. 18.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Here we go. Shot. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos. Cub 19. Cub 19. Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
60. Dragon 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Christian Benford has it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Nothing doing here as he only manages a yard. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the clock just about to strike 0. We get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. The Bills with a punt team out there. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They get 27 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Ready, ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In the red zone on first. Makes the catch. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one does not go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing here, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Five wide. Pass 85.
To the air again, Allen. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Allen on 3rd down. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. They could really use a good one here. This one well struck and angled toward the sideline. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
6-2.
A give now from the gun. There he goes on the right side. Keeps himself upright. He could do it. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10.
56. Alert, alert, alert. Go.
Allen now on first down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a first down. Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40. Allen on the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They get 35 out of that play. And the Bills have a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And goes to the hurry up here. Allen setting up play action. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Allen gonna throw again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First and 10.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Pass play on first and 10. Dumped off to his running back. Another big rip for him. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Offense in a hurry up here.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Handoff now from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense to the line fast.
It's third and 1.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set now. First and 10. Back to throw now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Not much doing up the middle there, so he bounced it outside, earned him about 4 on that carry. Offense up to the line fast.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
brings up
18
third
Rattler,
and 6.
18 Rattler. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll go play action. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. So fourth down, and out comes the field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10. Here's Allen. Looking slant route, complete. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
56, 56, 56.
They've got a man in motion. Slot man motioned over.
Hey, tight. Half 10. Monday. Half. What's that?
On first down, Allen. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Now a give to Cook, running left. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throws caught. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Allen throw on 3rd and 1. And he is in. Touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes the comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
38. Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Check. Come back, 6 the Eagles. 6.
Airing it out to start this drive. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons First down.
18 Cardinal, 18
10 at
Cardinal.
the 31-yard line.
Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash, check smash. Hey, smash. Let's go.
Dropping back to throw. It is caught left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Working quickly here.
19, 18. 79 Broncos. Drop 60, drop 60. Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Drawing up the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. So here we go. The Falcons lining up for a big 2-point conversion attempt. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And he takes it down to the 33. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Alert, alert, alert. All 52.
First down throw for Allen. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bills have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Bills up by 8. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Again, Allen to the air. Completed to his running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. And out from the pistol to Cook. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage. Now, as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. They're going to pass it here. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Cook. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This from just 23 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. 19 right. Here we go. Start. 19, 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. Trying to push deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
Cougar 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here he is to throw. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, the comeback is proceeding according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
And the Bills are able to secure this kick. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to throw it. Chased out to his right. That one's complete, right side. And he has the Bills the first down, and that Brock should clinch them this win. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Now a design run. It's Allen. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. It's a designated keeper for Allen. The Falcons go in nickel, third down. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look